me lean against the wall.
Here's the thing, right?
You know, we just chill.
Can you make Miguel and Future sit next to each other in the 2 chairs? Those 2 are the ones with the like biggest tension between them. You know what I mean? We'll give you a heads up. This might get really loud and argumentative between them, but
Okay.
I'm sure used to it, right?
Yeah, I mean, as long as nobody shoots each other, I think
Nah,
we're
don't.
okay.
Yeah. I don't think that's gonna be an issue. Hopefully not. But I do want you
Okay.
to. I do want you to like you know, don't shy away from asking the harsh questions. Say, you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Like make sure the problem is solved here. I don't want to like leave this meeting or this session. I mean, and then you know, still,
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying? Still be tension.
I got you.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay. You said Miguel and Future, right?
Yeah, just have them next to each other.
Okay.
I
Okay.
say next one. Watch this. Watch this one.
I'll
Watch
leave
this one.
Introductions
Oh.
of everyone, but I have a special request. Miguel
Damn, big
and
body
Future
motherfuckers
to
getting up.
sit in these chairs.
Hey, can I sit right here? I like this. I'm real comfortable.
No,
right here.
Future, you're listening to Miss Jasmine. Sit in the chair.
So you see how you listen, Future?
I don't really fuck with these chairs. I'm only doing this because Miss Jasmine
Yeah,
asked me.
God, I don't think we had to.
I think I'm too heavy for the chair.
That'd be too fat.
Okay. So I guess first of all, I'd want to kind of get introductions from everyone. Not promising to remember names, but I will try. We'll start over here.
Hello, my name's Kerm.
Hello.
Are we doing introductions too? Like, what do you want?
You can just say your name and yeah.
Okay, my name's Kerm. My favorite animal is a harbor seal, and I like the color red and blue.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Alan. My favorite animal is a sea otter. My favorite color is blue. And my favorite saying is, "Touch my bum, don't be shy." And my favorite meal is seafood boil.
Bad dog.
Okay. Very nice.
Hello, my name is Miguel.
Why'd you have to add so much, Alan?
Very
My name
nice.
is Miguel. I hear Future and.
Sorry, Miguel. Could you just speak up a little bit? Thank you so much.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, you said your name's Miguel, and what was the second thing?
I hate Future.
He doesn't actually hate me. He doesn't actually hate me.
Okay, so your Future. Tell me a fun fact about yourself.
A fun fact. Shit.
You got hold on national radio.
Oh, am I gonna just keep getting interrupted this whole time, ma'am?
Sorry, you're right.
Okay, thank you for not interrupting me. My favorite color is black and red, and I like Mexican food a lot.
Okay, I do too. Okay, next up, here on the floor beside me.
My name Pope.
My name Poop.
My name is Coop. Oh, what do I have to say? What after that?
Whatever you want to
Fun
say,
fact?
Poop.
Yeah.
I like about yours and yours. Yes, I do. I'm a master mechanic, very specialized. I experiment with all sorts of cars like a racer. Okay.
Right.
Am I next?
Mhm.
Hello. My name's Forehead. I like to order Lucky Plucker at 9 a.m. and get a 20-piece bucket of chicken, and eat that. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's it.
My name is Mike. I like smoking cigarettes, and my favorite color is purple.
And scamming the gang.
Who was
Yeah.
that?
I think it was.
Me,
I
when
think it was.
Call him out. Call
Moped.
him out for these uninterrupted, interruptions.
that was the dwarf lying in the corner, ma'am.
Oh, dwarf, huh?
All right. Next.
Oh, classic
We'll,
Vidal.
we'll,
huh?
we'll,
The classic Vidal. Nice
go to, we'll
one.
go to the next
Yeah, yeah.
one.
His
Lucky.
his
fucking
name is
champ.
Andino Vidal, and he sleeps standing. Got
Gotcha.
narcolepsy. That's the one.
You ever seen that movie with Mr. Bean where he sleeps while he's running?
Yeah, fucking uncle hits the every time.
Gotcha. All right.
We might go back to back.
Yeah, next person.
Hi, my name is Lucky. My favorite animal is a chinchilla. My favorite color is purple and red.
I'm Kelly. I miss marijuana. I'm clinically depressed. I like chopping cars. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess we can get started. I'll lay out a few rules since it does seem like and I completely expect it, there might be some interruptions. If I don't catch who interrupts, I am going to ask, who is that? And I do expect you to raise your hand and own up to it. So, no interruptions. We're listening to each other. And you can disagree all you want. You can think that what your friend is saying is absolute bullshit. You do not agree. You want to scream and yell at them. You'll have your chance, but you're going to let them finish, and then we can start the discussion. And obviously, things will get heated. As long as nobody hurts each other, it's okay. And I mean physically. You might get hurt emotionally, but that's a different thing. But please, no punching, anything like that, okay?
Yes, I agree.
Okay. So, I am under the assumption that there is some tension between certain members of your group, possibly between everyone, over certain things. Raising your hand, okay?
Yeah, I just wanted to. I think it's, in my opinion, I think it's a one-sided tension. Go ahead. Sorry.
Why do you think it's a one-sided tension?
Because I mean, we were just fine about 10 minutes ago when we were in the car together. So, I mean, again, I think it's a one-sided thing.
Okay. Now, here's my question. Is this topic that you started arguing over, is this a repeat topic that keeps coming up? Or
No,
is
not
this
really.
brand new?
It was like a one-time thing.
Okay. So I guess I need a little bit more context of what exactly was the argument over.
So let me explain to you the situation. Me and my two friends in here, Mr. Kermagugu and Lucky Torkel, went down to an opposing gang block to sell some lemonade. We got shot, long story short. So we come back to our block and we're explaining everything to everybody. And this gentleman to my right shows up, starts calling everybody a dumbass. Every fifth word was, "You're a dumbass. You guys are stupid. Why are you doing that? What do you expect?" Just being negative the whole time. Meanwhile, me and my other two friends and everybody else were laughing about it, making jokes, having a mighty fine, good old time. And so he just kept on going, trying to, degrade us. And so I had enough. I told him, I was like, "You're pissing me off. You're just being so fucking negative the whole fucking time. You're calling us all dumbasses, which realize, like, quit that shit. We don't want to hear that bullshit right now. You're ruining the fucking mood." And he didn't like that very much. Started bringing up old topics from different situations because that's usually what he does when he gets mad. When he gets mad and he has no argument for the situation that's ongoing, he brings up situations from the past, not having to do with anything related to the situation at hand. So what he did is he left, and then about, I'd say 30 minutes later, two of our other friends come up and start trying to stir. I go up to him. I'm telling him, "Oh, it's not that deep. I'm trying to, I'm trying to reconcile with them." And then he's not mad at me no more. He's mad at them for stirring. And time goes on, and then he gets in our car. Everything's fine, no problem. We're driving around, coming up with ideas on how to kill this cop that we have beef with. And then we're in a circle talking, and they're like, "What happened with Miguel?" And I explained to them the situation, why he's feeling the way he is. And then he starts bringing up, "Oh, I just hate how everybody's fake to each other." So, long story short, he keeps coming up with different reasons as to why he's pissed, and he can't find one. So he just keeps coming up with different situations, different reasons. At first, he was mad at me for calling him out on his bullshit. Secondly, he was mad at our two friends for trying to stir, and then third, he was mad at apparently for everybody being fake. So I'm just trying to figure out why exactly he's mad. Is it all three? Is it one? Is it two? Is it three? Or is it other reasons? I'm just trying to figure this all out.
Okay. Now, Miguel, what is your response to everything that he just said?
Well, I can tell you.
Here we go.
So let me give a lot of context to these things, because this is what Future likes to do, is leave context out of everything and make it seem like it's just his side. So there was an incident yesterday at the gas station involving the group that he went down and tried to quote unquote sell lemonade to, knowing fine well what he was doing. And then I go to the block, I hear it. Not every fifth word is talking shitting on them. I just said it was stupid. I didn't call him dumb. Most of the time I was listening.
Bro, even this guy shot someone, kick him out of here,
Forehead
bro.
walked away.
Who's winning, bruh?
When Forehead walked away,
Who's
somebody
winning?
said a stupid comment, and then that's when I told them they were fucking idiots. So moving on from that, I just walked away from the conversation because, as many others in here can attest to, it is pointless to have any form of conversation with Future, because he has what is known as can't shut the fuck up and screams over everybody because he doesn't know how to have a respectful conversation. So having a conversation with him is pointless. So I walked away, and then I go to the block. I'm standing there, chilling out, and then two other people come over, three of them actually, and they're like, "Why aren't you doing this with them?" And I was like, "Well, I can't be asked being around Future right now." And then they were like, "What happened?" And I was like, "Well, I'm not going to sit here and gossip because I know what you guys are like." So then I leave the block, and then I come back and I see the two people that asked me the question over in the corner, literally stirring the whole situation. So I'm just like, I can't be asked dealing with this, and I'll just keep myself to myself. And then I come back, and then I'm chilling. I was in the car with him. Everything was fine. And then I get in my car to go get food and repair kits. I come back, and they're still talking again instead of just asking me. And then he wonders why I call out the bullshit. Like being fake thing is because I sat and listened to this guy cry about something for fucking 4 hours last night. And then I bring it up, and he goes, "You're fucking up. You always do this." When he sits there and cries to me about things. So I'm just sick and tired of him, and I don't want to have a conversation with him as a group because he just screams over everybody.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yes, I would just like to point out there was a lot of fibs told on his side. A lot of fibs, extreme amount of fibbery going on.
Okay, so before we dive into that, let's see, who were the two that were quote unquote stirring?
They're not here.
They're not here. Okay. Yes, over here.
I would like to just say that Miguel was not lying about the two people staring that did happen. I can attest to it. It is true. It is correct. That wasn't a fib, a part of his story. I just want to say that now.
Yeah, that part wasn't a fib, but there was plenty of other fibs going around.
Okay. So these two individuals, they were basically, did it seem like they were just getting his side of the story, and that's what kind of started the irritation?
No, they just came up, wanted to know why he felt the way he did, and I explained the situation as I explained it to you. And all they were doing was like, "Oh, nah, really?" Like, adding to it, trying to stir. And that's pretty much it.
Okay, so it does seem like they got your side of the story. They didn't get Miguel's, and Miguel sees all of you talking, and I'm assuming you believed they were getting his side, and did you want to give your side, or did you rather not dive into that at all? Yes.
You asking me?
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't want to give anything because I'm the type of person that gets annoyed at something and just goes off and chills out and takes time. And then that's why I didn't want to say anything because I knew it was just going to end up in a stir.
Okay. So would you say most of the time, I mean, you did say pretty much you're the kind of person that when there's a situation, you like to take time to cool off before dealing with it, or do you just kind of let it go completely without needing conversation about it?
I'm 50-50.
Okay. I think the biggest thing that can cause trouble in groups that are large is everybody has a different communication style. Some people need time to cool off and then they can circle back. They have a clear mind. They have maybe even reflected on the situation, either realized that they did something wrong or that they wanted to add to something and give clarity, or maybe they realize that the other person was wrong, but they just don't want to be angry going into that conversation. And then some people want to hash it out right then and there, no time. And when people have different communication styles, it's very likely that you're going to take it personally that somebody isn't communicating the way that you want. Yes, Miguel.
I would actually agree with you, but I think you could ask every single person in this group. Nobody enjoys having any form of heated debate with Future because he just screams over everybody.
Oh no.
Future.
And I would like to point out again his hypocrisy, where you could ask anybody here and they'd say the same thing about him. Just point out the hypocrisy.
There we go.
Please do ask them.
Okay. So, as a group, would you say when it comes to having a group discussion after something serious or something bad, do you prefer to take time and cool off or is it kind of like a forced conversation that can get heated pretty quickly on a regular basis? How does that go?
What the fuck was it?
Who are you asking this?
Asking anybody, whoever has experienced it, wants to add context to the situation.
Good, OP. OP, I feel like you've really well versed in this. You gotta give your opinion.
Speak up, OP.
Speak up, OP.
My opinion is, gang. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was not listening to any of this shit.
Okay,
bro.
what was the question, Miss? Say the question.
What was the
again.
question, bro? What was the question?
The question is when there is a serious discussion that needs to happen, something bad happened, or there's an argument, does the group tend to take time and cool off before discussing the nitty gritty, or do you feel kind of like there's a pressure to discuss it in the
Nah,
moment?
fuck no. Nah, they motherfuckers cool off? Cool off, bro? What? Nah, bro, we do
Okay.
things in the heat of the moment, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. And when you're in that heat of the moment, who, if it's more than one person, say all of who might do this, who kind of tries to monopolize the conversation?
Monopolize it?
Mm-hmm.
Can you give your
He
definition of
don't know what that
means.
means. He don't know what that means. Can you just put it in simple terms?
She
Give your
means like
definition of that.
Gotcha.
He thinks you're talking about the board game.
Okay. Then who is the loudest amongst you?
Okay, all right. Well, if that's the case, we go Future, bro. Everybody knows that. That boy loud as hell.
Okay. And on the regular, does he, if you have to tell him to be quiet in order to, have somebody else speak, does he actually listen, or is it just constant interruptions?
It depends on how much you bitch him. Yeah, I mean, yeah, depends
Okay.
on and it depends on who says it. Like Forehead says it, he what I'm saying, he gets real quiet. But like if I say it or anybody else says it, like you gotta catch him. You gotta catch him in the moment.
Gotcha. Okay. Future. What'd you like to say?
I would just like to point out, he just told a fib. The reason why I'm the most outspoken is because I don't really hold back. I feel like I'm the most outspoken person here. If I have an opinion, I'll say it. I don't give a fuck who it is, and everybody could attest to that. And if I have to get on anybody's ass, I will. That's how it is. I'm not scared. I'm not gonna be like, okay, I'm just gonna keep it to myself and bottle it in. No, if I feel some type of way in the moment, and this goes to anybody, and you could ask everybody because I've bitched at everybody in this room. Hey, I'm gonna say it. I'm not scared. I'll do it. That's the difference. A lot of these people, they tend to hold things in. They don't want to say stuff or be outspoken because it causes problems. I don't care. I like to get it out. If there's something on my chest, I'm gonna say it.
Okay. So before
So yeah, like
go,
I said, he the loudest. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's the loudest
Yeah,
because he gets on
he the
shit.
loudest.
I shit on him the most because he's fucking stupid. That's why.
He just
As you
he
can
like
tell,
being
he's
loud.
sitting. He's just standing here. You ask him a question. What'd you say? That's exactly why.
I usually tune him out because he likes to bark a lot. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's what we kind of be going through on a normal day to day basis. It ain't honestly in a normal day if you don't hear Future yelling. I mean,
okay. Miguel.
I'd just like to say that it's I think Future's really wrong. I think a lot of people actually say what's on their minds. I think the issue is when people say what's on their mind to him, it's pointless because he screams over everybody. I mean, you can see how he acts when someone said anything about him, right? He's already insulting them as a person. So it's not about the fact that nobody else will speak. It's about the fact was when they do speak, he screams over the top of them.
Okay. Future.
I just like to point out he is fibbing again. We were literally just in the car yesterday talking about situations, and he brought up a point where people don't like to speak their minds. So again, hypocrisy and fibbery at its finest.
Okay. Well, what I will say is that sometimes you will have good conversations with each other. Sometimes you won't have these issues pop up. But I also did just witness when somebody spoke their mind, you did get upset with them. So I don't think it was a fib. I think it is yes. Miguel.
And just to go back to what he said there about yesterday, this was an opinion based on other people's opinion of other things, not just an issue with him.
What
I'm
the fuck you just
talking
say?
purely just issues with Future. When anybody has an issue, he screams over the top of them to win an argument, as you just seen, right? And unfortunately, Future has a history of not being able to take repercussions or any form of punishments. So people don't waste their time to
That
want
is
to
true.
listen
That
to.
is true. That is true. I ain't gonna lie. That is
That's
true.
why
That is true.
when he screams, I just ignore him.
Okay. I do have a question for you, Future.
Can I rebuttal? Can I rebuttal to his what he just said?
Okay.
I would just like to point out again, as you notice, I called out his fibbery and he instantly switched it up and changed it. I would just like to point that out. He does that a lot.
I just added to it. That's all.
No, he changed it. He didn't add to it.
I
He
just
changed
added
it.
to it.
He changed it.
I think I would leave it for the professional.
He's
determine.
interrupting me, ma'am. Excuse me.
I'm going to leave it for the professional.
Oh, he's
to determine.
interrupting me. Okay, it's fine. I'll stay interrupted.
Yeah, I think I'll leave it for the professional, not some dumb fuck.
I'll just again,
Okay.
I'd like to point out that I called out his fibbery and he changed it. You witnessed it. We all did.
Okay.
He tends to do that a lot.
Hey,
You'll notice he tends to do that a lot.
Yeah, can you just can for the sake of everybody, can you just please tell me whether or not I added to the situation or I changed my whole fibbery, as this dumb fuck says, just based on your opinion.
Well, based on my opinion, I'd say it wasn't so much you were attacking him directly. It was more kind of, I don't want to say adding to it. It is adding to it, but it's more like giving context, I suppose.
Thank you.
Day to day, like I said, every day is a little different, and sometimes you're going to have good conversations. And I know before we go any further, I think it's important to note it is a process of learning how to take criticism and how to take differing opinions. And I like what you're saying with Future, with what you're saying of wanting to speak your mind and not wanting to hold back things, just kind of creates a festering wound within a group like this where eventually it's going to come back up. Somebody will not speak their mind, and then months later it's like, oh, I didn't think we had a problem with that. That does happen, but you can't necessarily expect
I know his
people to talk about those things in the moment all the time. And thankfully, you guys do try to hash things out, sounds like, sooner rather than later. Because if you wait too long, it just gets really fucking awkward. Go ahead, Peter.
Yes, I would just like to point out another hypocrisy moment by the individual to my right. He said at first when we came in here, oh, Future loves to exclude context, but as you just seen, he excludes context himself. So again, I'd like to point out the hypocrisy in Mr. Fibber over here.
Okay, yes, Miguel.
Adding context later isn't fibbing. Just I think his
it's being a
Excuse me,
hypocrite
please
because he
don't-
says
please
we.
don't interrupt me.
It's being a
Please don't
hypocrite. It's
interrupt
being a
me.
hypocrite.
Please don't interrupt me. Sit there and shut up.
Again, ma'am, it's
just-
being a hypocrite.
No
Please.
interrupting.
The
Hey,
definition
sit
of
there and shut up.
hypocrisy, please
I-
read it.
shush.
You need to read.
Okay.
You're done.
Anyways, adding context isn't changing anything. Anyways, I think Coop's been dying to say something.
Oh, okay, yes.
Can we ban the word fib in this room?
And hypocrisy. I would like to ban both of those words. And right now, I'd like to do a little exercise real quick.
He doesn't know what that is.
Well, okay. I and again, I'm gonna say very
Oh,
clearly,
nah,
this is
she's
not
laughing at
trying
bro's
to
jokes. It's
attack
cooked.
you, Future, so do not
She's
take this as a
laughing at
negative
bro's
thing.
joke.
I want to see everyone else in this room. Have you had a situation where you felt Future was talking over you and would not listen to your side of the story?
Oh
Raise your hand.
my god. Oh.
Okay.
Man, what was the?
Could you ask the
wanna make
question
sure I heard
again?
it
Could
right.
you just
What was
ask the question again?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people haven't heard it.
Gotcha. Okay. So this is a question for everyone. Has there been a moment, have you experienced with Future having a conversation with him? You either disagree with him or you have a situation, a conflict, but you feel like he is talking over you and you cannot get a word in and share your side. Okay.
So we're just lying
Can I
now.
had
So
a-
everybody just here
Okay,
just
I'm
lying.
about to walk on this therapy session.
Can I add a comment?
You see this? You
Ma'am,
see
can
this?
Ma'am, can I add a
See,
comment
when
on
something doesn't go their way, they have a fucking problem with it. That's the issue.
I'll add a comment.
You notice what he just said. He had a problem with this, so he's gonna fucking walk out. Again, hypocrisy at its finest.
All right, we're going to go over
That word's
here.
banned, dumb fuck.
Yeah, I would just go out there and say, Miss, it's the same for Miguel. Miguel and Future
Wow,
are
thank
like two sides of the same
you.
coin.
Thank you.
But
Somebody finally
obviously,
speaking up.
you would be able to see that from how they back and forth. But yeah,
I would want
everybody
that.
in this room has had
It's
that.
not
with two
just
of them.
me,
That's
ma'am.
aight.
It's not just me.
That's
It's not a
aight.
one-sided thing.
Okay, so it's you've had an experience with either one of them where they have spoken over you and not wanted to hear your side. Is that what you're saying?
Oh God.
Okay. Okay. So the worst part of it is if both of you are like this, going head to head is going to be even worse, which I did just witness you guys talking over each other, and getting equally as frustrated with each other for the other talking over you. So it's only going to spiral out of control. Okay, so. Yes, Miguel.
Can I ask Mike a question?
Okay.
Mike, I can't disagree with you, but I guess my biggest thing is he does it obnoxiously screaming over the top of you, whereas I'll argue back. Am I right or wrong?
I would say that the two of you, listen, the two of you do it in different ways. Futures is a lot more hard to overcome for a lot of people. The yelling is more common from Future. Yeah, that's fair. But I feel like a lot of people still can't speak over you, even if you're not yelling, because it's tough to work through, especially when you're not, used to it.
Or when he's
I
not
can't
happy
disagree.
and he's in a bad mood, correct?
Yeah, but I mean, it's the same for you, right? It's different versions of the same traits, right? You two are very different, but there's a lot of similarities.
He is my son.
I'm not his son.
Well, I do think you nailed it on the head. It's different. It's the same concept. It's just presented differently. Where, and what it really boils down to is you want to make sure that your side is heard. You want to make sure that what you're thinking is not ignored. Is there a worry that you won't be listened to? Is there like a genuine, you truly believe if you don't say something right now, it is going to, like, everybody's going to turn against you? Is there a worry with that? For either of you?
No. I just have a short temper.
Okay.
I can agree with him. He has a very short temper. Yes.
Okay, well, I'm asking about you, not him. And I'm
Self-awareness
asking,
is a great thing.
I want to know if you, Future, worry that if you don't say what's on your mind in the moment, you'll be ignored.
No, definitely not. Everybody in this room knows I feel like I'm the most vocal when I agree and don't agree with stuff. And I don't care. People can agree with me or disagree. And everybody has their own opinion, and I'm going to say mine.
Okay. So I think what I've got, yes.
I just got like a question there, miss. So yesterday there was a meeting that happened, and there was a choice or decision at this meeting that was made, right? And Miguel told me, I mean, you don't know where it is, but Miguel told me that Future Hendrix, the person who apparently likes to openly speak about everything and tell people how it is, apparently was speaking behind people's backs in a car, about situations and not being open about it. Now, I would just like you to ask a few questions about that and see if that's true or what's going on with this. You know what I mean? It'd be good to know.
Okay. How it was presented to you, was it more like...
It was presented to me as in like they're speaking behind the group's back and they're hiding their true feelings. That's the way it came across from Miguel. Now,
Really?
Now maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Miguel intended a different way,
Mm.
but that's the way it was said to me.
Ma'am, can I point out? Can I rebuttal to that? I'd like to point out another a fine hypocrisy moment by the individual to my right, because when me and him were in a car, you know what he brought up to me? He said, "You know what? I would really want Forehead, if he's going to continue doing jobs for that guy, to maybe keep it to himself and not tell the gang. So why didn't you bring that up to him, Mister? Oh, I don't keep nothing from nobody's back, huh? Oh, another fine hypocrisy moment from Mister Fibber." Nice.
Okay, wait a minute. Why are you now throwing it on Miguel when it's referring to a situation with you?
Because I know what situation he's referring to. So I just, again, I like to call out the hypocrisy
Okay.
from Mr.
Is
Fibber.
this situation involving both of you were in the same car doing this?
Yes. And again, everything I told him, I've said it before. Everything I told him, I said it to their face. I said, I don't agree with that. I don't trust it. What else did he say that I didn't say to you? Hey, you won't catch me doing that, but hey, you'll catch him doing it. Mr. Hypocrisy and Mr. Fibber at its finest.
Okay. with this particular situation, there is a difference between bitching and venting. So there is a difference there. You have to remember when it's bitching and you are keeping your feelings from the person you actually have the problem with, if you make it clear that, you know, I'm just not going to bring it up with them about this situation, just I'll let it be, but you're still talking about it, that is a problem. If you're venting, and venting is more preparing for that conversation, trying to figure out what you're going to say, getting help from a trusted friend who can help you map it out. That's what I want you guys to think of when having those conversations. Is it bitching or is it venting?
Chad.
Miguel.
Which is only defense
yes,
is
so,
I did
I'm
something
so
wrong,
glad
but
you
so
pointed
did
out,
Miguel.
actually.
That's his defense.
Because first of all, I'd like to give context to me speaking to Forehead. I actually said it in front of Future and Forehead together. I brought that conversation up about what was said. I didn't say it behind Future's back. So just to, you know, kind of put him in his place there. And secondly, yes, the comment that I said was me sharing an opinion, not doing what Future was doing, because Future was complaining about a topic that was on hand. And the topic was supposed to be finished once everybody walked out the door, but he carried it on outside. The other thing was something completely not the main focus. And you can ask Forehead before he adds more lies.
Okay, Forehead.
What's the question again?
Well, I'm just saying that the main topic of which Future is saying, which you're calling Future out.
Oh, he's stuttering.
Is completely
he's fumbling his words.
Do you see what I mean here?
No interrupting, Future.
Sorry, I was just pointing out the hypocrisy yet again.
Yeah, good boy. Anyways, like I said, the main topic of yesterday's discussion was what I told you about in front of Future. Am I wrong?
That was the first. There was two topics that day. I would say there was two topics that we had disagreements on. Which was the first one was the one Future spoke about, and the second was the one apparently you spoke about.
Okay, and you're saying that one of them, it was supposed to be once we walk out of here, we're not bringing it up, but it got brought up again anyway.
Well, the other one was a order, not a discussion, and the second one was an open discussion with everybody.
That is somewhat true.
Two different things.
That is true. That is true. That is true.
Okay, so was it the order that to not talk about it anymore, and it was talked about again?
Yeah.
Okay.
That wasn't. That was. I don't know if that was the order to talk about it.
There was never no order to not talk about it again. There was never no order to not talk about it.
I will say this. Hold on. Let me say this again. Let me clear
Can I at least a rebuttal? Can I have a rebuttal to this?
You will have a chance to rebut.
I will clear this. One topic was you're being told what to do and you gotta do it. The other one wasn't. That's the difference between the two arguments.
Okay. Over here.
I think the root of this problem from, I guess, both parties is I think it's a sense of ego and jealousy is what I think it is. You know, it's two egotistical people both clashing heads. And when someone has a big ego, both like Future and both like Miguel, it becomes a clash. It becomes a sense of, how do I say it? I'm right, you're wrong, listen to me. And in both of their words, because this is something they like to do, hits them with, I'm your daddy, you listen to me. And this is something that gets brought up multiple times in multiple conversations. And I think that's the root of the problem.
Okay.
I would agree with Alan.
Right. Future.
I would just like to take a step back and go back to the topic that Forehead brought up. I would like to say that I was talking behind no one's fucking back, right? And I would say I vented my frustrations and why I disagree with the decision in front of, I believe, it was like, what, 6, 7 people there at the time? So I don't know how that's talking behind somebody's back when I just simply told them how I felt and why I disagreed in front of, again, 6-7 people. Just because he wasn't there doesn't mean I was talking behind his back.
Were you intending to have that conversation with him?
Yes, if he was there, I would have said in front of him. He knows that. And it's pretty much the same thing I said. Only thing I didn't say is the reason why I think it didn't go through is because the plan failed. I said that to everybody else. He just wasn't there at the time.
Okay. Miguel?
I'm a little bit confused on what he's saying now because when I brought it up in front of the whole group to try and solve it, he has an issue with it. I don't think he had any intention on telling Forehead.
Oh, nah.
Well, again, that's his opinion. So he could have his opinion. If that's what he thinks and that's what he believes and that's what he can believe and think.
Okay. And so then when the topic was brought
Oh,
to
wait. The same way when he told me in the car that maybe Forehead should keep that shit to himself, he didn't speak it to Forehead. Again, hypocrisy at its finest.
That's a bad word. That is a bad word.
As I'd like to say, that's because it wasn't a pressing issue, and I would like to say that I very well do call Forehead out on bullshit sometimes, and I would have happily called him out on it, and I will call him out on it. The issue is, and just for the banned word the Future keeps saying, the biggest thing here is he says he would have, but when I brought it up in front of Forehead, and Forehead can attest to this, Future went quiet and called me weird.
When did you bring this up?
In the parking lot outside Lucky Plucker.
No. The reason why we didn't talk about that situation, because we weren't talking about the situation at the time. We're talking about why you were so fucking pissed. Because one, you were either pissed at me for calling you out on your bullshit about the shit that happened on Grove.
Two different situations, buddy.
Exactly. That's what you do. So since you get mad at one situation and you don't have a rebuttal for that one situation, what do? You bring up shit from a different situation. My point exactly. Again, hypocrisy at its finest.
It's a banned word. It's a banned word.
Okay. One more thing from Miguel and then Forehead.
Never mind. I was going to say a banned word. It doesn't matter. It's okay. Forehead can go.
All right, Forehead.
I don't want to seem like I'm picking sides, but I just like to speak what's factual. I don't know if this is the incident that Miguel is referring to, but there was a time where we were at the block and he said, Forehead, Future has a question for you, and then Future said, this guy just speaking random shit. I don't know if that's the incident or what's going on.
No,
but
it's not.
That is the incident, yes.
No, it was. Are you dumb?
And then because the thing is, after it, I brought up the question after. So I just like to say that the person that says the quote unquote banned words is the biggest banned word.
Okay. First off,
So,
what this dumbass right here to my
good.
right does is he just says random fucking shit. And you don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He'll just be like, oh, did you do this? You're like, what the fuck? Oh, why don't you tell him this? Like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? He does this a lot. He just says random fucking dumb shit that comes to his fucking head and he expects you to fucking know. And when you don't know, he does, oh, never mind. Is that not true? Anybody in this room, is that not true? Is that not what he fucking does?
Okay. All right. Over here.
The random shit that Future says is not random shit. It's dumb shit that Future does that won't tell Forehead because he knows it's dumb shit and he knows he's gonna face repercussions, and then he in turn is embarrassed because he knows he did dumb shit. That's what it is.
That's just simply not true. That's another fib.
Okay, real quick for everybody here. Who has done something stupid and not wanted Forehead to find out? I better see everybody raise their fucking hands. I'm not gonna lie.
This guy's gotta be AFK.
Future.
One guy's dead on the
Have
floor.
you done something stupid and you didn't want Forehead to find out?
Hey, he could. I don't mind if he finds out.
I don't give a
do dumb
damn.
shit all the time. I don't give a damn. He can find out. It's not like I'm trying to stop him from finding out. He's gonna find out regardless.
I think Forehead has a
Do what I
question.
want.
I'm not
And if
asking.
he finds out, he finds out.
Not asking if you intend to tell him. I'm asking you do something stupid and in a moment where you're it just happened, you're like, shit, I really hope he doesn't find out. Like, he
Hell
probably
no.
will, but
Hell no.
like,
I never think that. I know he's gonna find out. Why? That's not gonna stop me from doing. I do it regardless.
you would do the stupid shit regardless?
Hell yeah, I do. I do that shit all the time. I don't care.
I have an example. I have an example of this.
Let's go to Forehead. He's been waiting.
I do want to just say for my last comment I made about when Miguel brought that thing to my attention. Even though it did bring it to my attention, I do believe it was done at a pretty poor time, and he was trying to throw Future under the bus. I do believe that in a malicious way. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But he did do it. He did do it.
I also have I always have an example of when Future did dumb shit and then didn't want Forward to know about it. Two examples. One example was when early on during my early days of hanging out with the besties.
Oh nah.
Future said, yo, 911 that Jay Hobbs is at the hospital with a warrant. And then we did it. And then Jay went to prison.
Oh
and
no!
He just said, yo, don't tell Forrest shit. And then Forrest, later down the line finds out. And then that was dealt with later down the line. But that is just an example that that happened. This is before J Hobbs got kicked out of the gang.
Okay, Miguel.
Oh no!
Just another example is when Future loudmouthedly spilled a bunch of secrets that he shouldn't have to somebody else, and then hid it from his gang for 5 months.
Oh nah! The second part is true. The first part I don't know.
Okay, first part's facts.
Okay, both parts are true.
Well, I wouldn't say I hid it from my gang. I completely forgot about it.
I would like
happened so long ago.
Can I call Cap? Can I call Cap?
I think there's a difference between. I think there's
can
a
I add
difference
some
between
more
hiding it and
context?
just forgetting about it.
Can I add some more context to this, Miss, please?
Yes.
This information that he gave out, I'd like to just say that before he gave it out, there was a meeting that happened, and we said, do not tell anybody about this, not even your closest friends, not even people on the block. Do not tell anybody outside this room. So the fact that he just forgot about something like that is just highly unbelievable, Miss. So I don't know if I do believe what he's saying.
We went info for info, you know what I mean?
Okay, so you're saying that he, right after that meeting, he did that, or 5 months later, he shared some information?
Well, I don't know if it was right after the meeting or a few days afterwards, but we found out 5 months after it happened that it did happen, if that makes sense.
Okay. So I don't need to know the context of the information, but it's the kind of information one would not simply...
That's correct.
It would be
That's
hard
correct.
to forget?
It would be extremely hard to forget.
Okay. So that I would believe, if it's information that it's like, it'd be bouncing around in your head pretty regularly, and you're saying you just forgot about it.
Or the fact that the meeting beforehand was about not telling anybody outside the room.
Right.
It was treason. I would like to say it was treason.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think that would be something you'd forget. So, just from what I've witnessed, a big thing between Miguel and Future that I'm seeing with you two, and I know this is common with friends, they sometimes do this, but with you two, I'm noticing anytime that you have an argument with each other, you are using information you know about the other person, throwing it to somebody else in your group to basically get them in trouble because you're mad at them.
That's basically what happened.
And it causes much more of a problem. It could be information that does need to be discussed. It could be only discussed between the two of you. If it's information that'll affect the whole group, then the whole group gets dragged into it. But I'm seeing a lot of when one of you is saying something you're frustrated about, the other one will start talking about the bad things that the other person's done.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's Future's defense every time.
It does not help anything.
That's Future's defense every time.
And again, like I've been pointing out this whole time, every time there's a problem, what does this guy do? He brings up shit from different situations that is not relevant to the current conversation. I've called this out again, and I'm going to call it out over and over. Hypocrisy at its finest.
Can I give my opinion of why I feel that's happening? Is that
Yes.
okay with okay. You know when they say that you have to earn respect and it's based on patterns and routines?
Yeah.
If you have a pattern of doing something shitty or you've made a certain amount of mistakes, it is likely
Food on the table.
it's likely to bringing up those past incidences while maybe they've been resolved. It is being brought up again to say, see, there's a pattern, and this is just another thing being added to the list. It's definitely between the two of you as far as how to resolve that, but I have no doubt that you guys would protect each other when it comes down to it. But when there's no outside threat, it becomes just a focus of the inside problem. Yes, Miguel.
Firstly, I'd like to say that unlike Future, I think what you said is very true. I think we both do it, but I don't think he can see that he does it. Secondly, when you say that if there's no outside threat, I wouldn't necessarily agree to that. I think it's more, as Alan mentioned earlier, we're both very egotistical. So when we clash, it doesn't go very well.
Okay, it becomes a who is more right.
Well, the point that I feel is if I'm trying to have an argument with him, it's impossible because he just screams until he feels he won the argument, and at that point, that just pisses me off. So then I just throw shit at him that I know is going to annoy him, and then yeah, it just goes in a circle.
Okay.
So he finally admitted it.
Okay, now it's time for you to
He
admit it.
finally admitted it.
No,
Wow, hallelujah, what a
there's-
breakthrough moment. Holy shit, I never
Okay.
thought I'd see the light of day.
Okay.
Holy shit, he finally admitted what his wrongs and what he does. About
All
damn
right.
time.
Now it's your turn.
My turn for what?
You
Yes, my turn.
cannot tell me that you have never been. You can't tell me you've gone into a conversation knowing that you are wrong, but there's no way in hell you're going to admit that. You're going to fight.
Oh no, I've
until
definitely
he
admitted I'm
says-
wrong multiple times. 100%. Ask anybody here. There's
Okay.
been
Um,
multiple situations where I've admitted I was wrong before. Yeah, I own up to it. That's not a problem. I don't there's no problem with that.
Yes, Miguel.
Shit,
I would like to call absolute fucking lies on that, because the one time that he did get called out and reprimanded, he disappeared for a month.
Oh nah.
So I would like to also call lies that this guy is the furthest guy from admitting
And
anything.
again, there he goes, just making fibs up.
It's you can ask for him.
And bringing stuff up.
It was
that
a
has
week.
no-
It was a week.
Okay, but okay, yeah, that did happen. But what he's saying, the reason as to why that happened is just simply not true.
We could get into the reason why it happens if you'd like.
Oh no! You're saying that.
No,
he was wrong, but he didn't admit to it.
We could
Motherfucker,
very happily.
what was there to admit to?
We
What
could
was I
very
wrong about?
happily-
You see what I'm saying? Like he brings up something and he twists it so he's like, "Oh, he was wrong, but he didn't admit to it." I talked to him about it, and there was nothing to fucking admit to. That's not the reason as to why I got kicked off the block. Like, you see what I'm saying? He twists shit and makes it seem like it conforms to his point when it doesn't. He just makes shit up. That's fucking delusional.
Can we have the person who made the decision to kick him off the block explain why he got kicked off the block? I think it'll be good closure. I think it'll be very good closure.
Okay.
That'd be forehead.
Well, I don't really want to get into the details about it, but I will say I don't think him going missing for a week was because he was wrong and didn't admit to it. It was more because he got a punishment and didn't like it. I think it's a different reason why it happened.
Thank you again. And that just proves my point where this guy just fucking says some dumb shit and then he contorts it to his opinion and how he wants to see it. And then he just says it when it's not fucking true. My point proven. You just heard the man.
Okay. There's also a side to this where you believe you are right, but you are wrong. It is all a sense of. It's also important to know what happens in certain situations. You know your intent behind things. Other people don't know the intent. They just have to trust that you're doing it with the right intentions. The problems arise when you do something and it was the wrong decision, it was the wrong move, and you'll argue knowing that your intention was in the right place, but everyone around you just sees the mistake or sees that you did something wrong. That just causes heads to butt even worse because you're not going to admit you're wrong because you don't see yourself as wrong. Would any of you agree that might be some of the problem? That maybe you just don't see yourself as being the one in the wrong? Yes, for it.
I think that's a great analysis. I do think that's a great analysis. I think you're pretty correct with that statement. I just want to make that clear.
Okay. Miguel, did you have your hand up?
Yeah, I'd like to say I also agree. I think Future more than others, but I think everybody does it.
I would also like to retweet what the individual to my right said. I think he is correct in his statement. Everybody does it.
Who's everybody?
Everybody. You've done it. Everybody in
really.
this room has done it.
Well, what I mean, I would say that everybody has probably been wrong in a situation. But again, the intention behind it, you know your intentions. And I think that's going to go a long way if it can be done. If everybody, the next time there is a conflict, a situation where you're arguing, you're saying, no, you're wrong, take a single moment to step back and think, do I doubt that their intention was in the wrong place? Because that is where the big problems lie. If you do not trust them, if you think that they did something to go against you, your group, then that is a trust issue. That is going to be a whole other conversation. But if you're able to at least admit to yourself that you don't think they did that with the intention of harming, that maybe it was a stupid moment, maybe somebody said something that you didn't hear, just could be anything that causes that. Can you at least admit that if you can say, okay, the intention, right place, action, wrong? Do we think that that might help in future conflicts? To at least remember that one fact? Or do you think it's still going to just be a nonstop argument sort of situation?
Well, who are you asking that question? Me or everybody or what?
I guess everyone. Like, if you feel like the next group discussion that happens and there's an argument, do you think that it's possible to take a second to sit back and think about what the intention behind it was? Yes, Miguel.
I feel like most people in the gang already apply that, to be honest, because when conflicts happen, most of the time they don't really get resolved, and the next everybody's good, or like an hour later everybody's good. So I think that a lot of times that's already applied. I think just between people that are like egotistical and fight back with each other, I feel like applying that might be a bit hard.
Yeah, I mean, I will agree that if you're in an argument where it's a battle of egos, you could both be wrong and just arguing for the sake of arguing to try to win the fight to say that you won.
Mm.
So if you both can admit that there are times where you argue for the sake of arguing so that you can take a W, If you can admit that you have done that, then that's a big step because that's got to be worked on. You've got to find a better outlet than just fighting to say, I've got to win this.
Future.
Alan, I don't know why you're piping up. You've done that shit multiple fucking times. So why don't you sit your sweet ass down and stop piping up before people call you out on your fucking bullshit too?
I'm already sat
Alan?
down. I'm already sat down.
All right, good boy.
Right.
Do you see what I mean here?
That's also
So
quick
it's crazy
question.
when I say good boy to him, but when I'm
No, no,
talking
no,
and he tells
no.
me to shut up and then calls me a good boy, it's fine. So,
I
ma'am,
don't- I
now
don't do that. I
no,
don't do
hold
that,
on,
though.
ma'am. Now I'm calling you out on your hypocrisy because you get mad when I said
Oh,
it to him.
nah.
But you didn't get mad when he said it to me.
Oh,
so
nah.
now you're being a hypocrite.
Oh,
First of all, don't
nah.
Hey,
How are you-
hey, again,
Oh,
I'm speaking
nah.
my mind. Hey, I'm calling out bullshit when I see it.
You ain't wrong, though.
Okay.
It's unhelpable, so he is.
No, it's not unhelpable. It's when I see bullshit, if it smells like shit, looks like shit, walks like shit, and talks like shit, I'm calling that shit.
I like to apologize on his behalf, ma'am. He grew up without a father, so he doesn't.
Okay,
really
okay.
know
Look,
respect
this
is.
isn't nothing personal. I'm not. Look, this is nothing personal. We're just having a friendly conversation.
I do want to say I did also notice that, miss. You did do that. I don't want to pick.
Yeah, exactly. You're being a hypocrite.
I'd like to say that the difference is this whole thing is about Future and I, whereas Future's going at Alan. So I think it's a little bit different.
No, because he piped up to me, so I'm gonna dish it back out. And as you
Nobody
just
was
heard
piping up,
before,
sir.
it said, "Hey, he witnessed it too. I wasn't wrong."
Nobody's
I think
piping
you're
up.
both wrong.
I was trying to inform you, but you know.
Okay, why don't you inform yourself? Because you do the same shit.
Yeah, maybe in another therapy session.
Okay.
So we're gonna get the therapist to start screaming and shouting as well at this
question
point.
that I asked
To get everyone's-
was between both of you, but that does not mean that everybody else in this room isn't going to be asked that question at some point as well.
Mm.
I'm not saying that Alan doesn't fight just to take a W, even if he's wrong, even if he doesn't really need to fight. I'm not saying that he's not considered in this. What I'm saying is the majority of the conflict that is happening, if there is an argument happening, it is not going to make anything better. It's not going to resolve any problems. It is only for, getting that rush of endorphins to say that you were right or you won. Being able to recognize that you do that. I'm not telling you that if you admit to that you have to stop that right now. That's not going to happen. You probably will walk out of this room, probably have a fight within the next few hours for the same reason. But if you're able to at least recognize that you do it, then that means that it can be worked on. But if you don't feel like that is something you struggle with or something you do, it's just not going to go anywhere. And this, like I said, is not just between Future and Miguel. This is with anybody in this room. Sometimes fighting to fight, there's not going to be a problem. But it does seem like when you two fight to fight, it just leads to more problems down the line. Mm-hmm.
I will say, me and this individual tomorrow we've had multiple different arguments and instances like this one today. It's just sometimes when you call out his bullshit, he gets a little bit in his feelings, which again, it happens to the best of us.
Oh my god.
I've gone in my feelings before.
Okay, he's
Everybody
admitted.
in this
Okay,
room's
no,
gotten in
he's
his feelings
admitted to it. He's
before.
admitted to it.
But when you drag it out a little bit too fucking long and you start making it a bigger thing than it is, that's what happens like today.
Okay, Miguel.
Actually, I don't think I need to say anything. I think he's just digging himself a bigger hole. It's okay.
Could you elaborate?
Yeah. So he says I dragged it on, but I was in the car with you guys earlier, and I came back to the block. You guys are all talking.
Well, yeah, because somebody asked me why you were pissed, and I explained to them why
So-
you're pissed. And then, so what'd you do? You came to the fucking circle saying, "Oh, well, you did this," and you're bringing up different fucking shit. Again, you're the one dragging it. I just simply answered a question as to why you're acting the way you did. You don't even know that. You don't even know why we were talking about that. You just came up in the fucking circle, spewing some bullshit that has nothing to do with what the fuck's going on. My point proven again.
The point
Huh.
that he's elaborating.
Why don't you ask who asked the question before to ask? Why is Mago over there doing that by himself? Why is he driving off? I said, oh, because it's the shit that happened earlier. And then that's when you came and you're like, man, I hate people being fake. Just bringing up some random dumb shit because you're fucking pissed. That had nothing to do with it. Is that not what happened? That's what fucking happened.
Hmm.
You hear the crying in his tone already?
Ain't nobody
This
crying.
is-
It's just, I'm tired of you being a
this is
fucking
the,
hypocrite.
This is the
Really,
stress that no one
ma'am,
wants to
I've
listen
called
to.
out his
Okay,
bullshit every
okay.
fucking time, and he still hasn't acknowledged it or realized it. It's insane.
The only
All
person that
right.
hasn't acknowledged anything in this room is you.
I have acknowledged it. What are you talking
no, you
about?
haven't.
I literally just acknowledged to her. Okay, this guy's delusional. Holy fuck.
Okay. Well, let's rewind a little bit. Miguel, you have admitted that in the most of the time you will sort of let things go and you'll walk away from it. You don't necessarily need to give people your side of the story, which is what happened when those two individuals asked you what happened. You didn't really want to go into it. You left. You saw them later talking to Future. You had a second opportunity to give your side of the story. If you still didn't want to, that's fine. But knowing that they were getting his side, if you're not willing to give your side and have that discussion, which I feel like there was an attempt here, right? I will say that if you refuse to give your side of the story,
I like that.
then they really are only going to have one side to go off
I
of to begin
like
with.
that. I like that a lot.
So what could happen, and I don't like encouraging people to split up and get sides of stories. I'd rather have everybody together and have a discussion. But in that situation, those two individuals could have gone with you, Miguel, and you give them your side of the story. And then it is now up to them to decide who they think is right. It is now no longer your choice. You've given your side, and they're going to make up their mind. If they make up their mind and they don't agree with you, it does not necessarily mean that the other person lied. People are going to think what they want to think about you. And if these two are like to stir, they might not really give a shit. They might just be like, I'm going to disagree with him to get him pissed. So knowing that they might be those kind of people, don't take anything that they say seriously. If you know that they're probably going to try to rile you up. But if the situation that I am hearing happened, if you're not going to give context and you're going to get angry, it's difficult because there's a piece missing. Yes, Future.
I would like to say you're spot on. Absolutely spot on. And I would also like to point out, I don't think what happened today is about somebody being right or wrong. I don't think this whole situation, anybody was right or wrong. It wasn't about that. Mainly about, we get mad a lot at each other and it happens. But sometimes people take things to heart a little bit too much. And I think that's what happened in this situation where Miguel took a little bit, it stung him a little bit too much, and it really, really bothered him when it wasn't that deep.
Okay, Miguel.
Firstly, I'd just like to say that I understand what you're saying, and points of it I agree with. But the whole thing is it was a situation regarding the whole group that she would have learned regardless. And her whole point was to run and stir the situation.
Hold on. That's exactly what I was
Just
gonna
because I didn't want to talk about it in the time, I feel like it's completely fine. Secondly, Future actually came up to me and was like, "Fuck them, ignore it." So I don't know why Future's acting like he wasn't also in agreement with me. Thirdly, the whole situation in the group was not only directed at future. So yeah.
Okay. So would
Can
you?
I rebuttal to that real quick so I don't forget what my train of thought?
Ford had his hand up. Ford had his hand
Can I
up.
just real quick, real quick.
No, you have to wait your turn.
Please, just real quick. It'll
Okay.
take 2 seconds.
All right, 2 seconds on the dot.
Okay. He does the same thing. Sorry. There you go. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I would like to confirm what Miguel was saying. I don't blame him for not saying it to those two individuals, because as soon as those two individuals walked away from him and came to the rest of the group, the first thing they said was, "Oh, why is Miguel so mad?" That was the first thing that they spewed out their mouths, and they were there just to stir the situation and make it worse.
But he does the same shit too. He does the same shit
that
too.
is true. That is. I'm not
He does the same
I
shit
don't
too.
disagree. I
so
don't.
Again, he's getting pissed when he does the same shit.
I don't disagree
So
with
he's a
that. I
hypocrite.
do agree with that. He does the same shit. But those two individuals were stirring. I would like to confirm that. That is true.
Okay. And both of you, in the moment, knew that they were stirring, correct?
Yes. I didn't take it serious. He did.
Okay, Miguel.
I'd just like to say something. Future keeps throwing this word hypocrite around, which is a very strongly spoken word. And I think that when you're standing in front of a mirror for so long that you really believe your bullshit. And would I like to say that at times I'm not a hypocrite? No. But I think it is very, very what's the word we're trying to do here? We're trying to admit things to ourselves and be better people. I think when you're calling the kettle black, I think it's time to look in the mirror.
Hey, I never said I wasn't. Wait, I never said I wasn't a hypocrite. I'm a hypocrite at times as well.
Please wait your turn. Don't speak over me. I think it's good to really admit when you are hypocritical, and I would like to say that there's times more often than not that I am a hypocrite, but I think it's very, very what's the word? Brain dead from the guy to my left here to continually use the word when he is one of the most hypocritical people I've ever met in my life.
Damn.
I would like a rebuttal. I would like to say that I never claimed I wasn't a hypocrite. I haven't been a hypocrite in the past. I never once claimed that. So he is technically not wrong. We've all done it before. Everybody in here has been a hypocrite at one point in time in their life. Now, it's whether you learn from it and you move on or you keep doing it. I've learned from some of my mistakes and moved on.
But have you learned from it?
I would like to say that I think that's factually completely wrong, and he's not learned a single thing.
I would like to say that Mr. Fibber here he's entitled to his own opinion.
Banned word.
Okay. So number one, we can all agree we've all been hypocrites at some point in our life. Number two, we are agreeing that you understood that those individuals were stirring. And the conversation, while it was going to involve everybody, in that moment, you didn't have to talk about it. So is it safe to say that when you know individuals are trying to stir and cause a situation to blow out of proportion, to have those individuals leave and have a conversation, just the two of you? Would that help at all?
Well, I
Just
would. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
to
Sorry.
air it out, right? I know arguing, it sometimes goes around in a circle. Question: do you guys have a moment in an argument where you realize nothing's going to get resolved? Do you recognize
yes,
it? Okay.
Yes.
Do you
That's when we
stop
call each other
talking?
names. No.
Okay. So you
Usually
just
his
keep...
father gets brought into it. By,
Yeah, usually they talk about my non-existent father, specifically
father is existent. He's just
Mr.
not-
Allen
yeah.
right there saying, "Oh, your father is in prison. He's a town something I can't say." He's like he says a bunch of nonsense. He just says shit just to say shit, you know.
Okay, real quick. Does it bother you when they bring up your dad?
No, not at all, because I know it's not true.
I rebuttal. I have a rebuttal, please.
Okay.
A lot of the issues that Future has in life are daddy issues, and
Mm.
Y'all hearing this bullshit?
Madam, I would like to
and
say,
when,
Good
and
idea.
when,
Ma'am, I
and
would like to
when,
say they're being very facetious right now.
and when
I would like to hear what he
when you
has to
don't
say.
when you're not like guided in the right path in life sometimes, especially when it was like for the reasons of why Future's father isn't able to do so, it would crush anybody. And I guess you're right. I guess I do have to be more sensitive in the fact that, you know, if I was in Future's position, and you know what happened to my father and what he did, I would definitely, I guess, be more I would act like him more so often. So I think I need to tame down on the expectations of Future and treating him like I have sometimes.
Well, I was also going to say, I know you're saying that it doesn't bother you when they bring up your dad, but in
Yo,
general,
wait,
for
hold on. We
everybody,
can't be serious.
no, 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 no.
There's no
I'm
way
saying
we-
I'm using this as an example, okay? Even if it sounds ridiculous. If let's say that it did bother you, just hypothetically, right? Just play along
it does.
with it.
It does.
Having having friends who are going to use that as a point to make a joke to you when it actually does bother you is fucked up and is something that has to be said. And if people in this room know that that's a sensitive topic and are still making jokes about it, that's a
They're
problem.
not really
so,
my friends then.
Right. That, well, all you need to have that discussion to say, hey, this actually does bother me. Don't talk about that. And then if they keep doing it, that's a bigger problem. Now, that can be applied to anything. That can be applied to an ex you're still not over. It can be applied to you lost a pet and you don't like to be talked. It could be applied to anything. So if there is something that is being used to pick at somebody or make silly little jokes that could get them riled up even more, probably cut those out just to be safe. Okay, we have a lot of hands up.
Can I do mine first, man? Mine's short.
Okay.
Not making fun of each other's flaws and things that genuinely upset us. It was basically like our whole thing. Like that's the whole thing. That's what we're, you know, that's the whole thing.
Okay, but there's a difference between joking about that and everybody being in on the joke and having certain things that are a step too far that maybe they're not ready for. And it is completely up to the person that it bothers to say it bothers them. If they haven't said so, then yeah, you could still keep using it as part of a joke. But if it does bother them, stopping that is just basically a common courtesy. But again, they have to clarify with it, or it's just going to be, you know, it's not going to get anywhere. Forehead.
I would just like to point out the fact that both of these individuals have father issues. I'm going to give a few examples of it. Future Hendrix likes to go up to people and say, "Get in daddy's car." That's one example. Another example is a couple of years ago, he would beg a fellow gang member to adopt him. I've never seen such a thing in my lifetime, by the way.
I would like to point out.
Okay, I'm getting interrupted. I'm being interrupted. I'm being interrupted right now. I'm being interrupted. Anyway, he used to beg a fellow gang member for adoption. I don't know if that's like I don't know what's going on there, but anyway, Miguel on the other hand likes to call Future his son, but clearly he ain't his son. So they both have some type of father issues, miss. Just like to make that clear.
Okay. And I will be honest, father issues do, like, it might be a joke at times. They do actually fuck you up quite a lot. So even if you don't think you have a problem with it, don't rule it out completely. Yes, Alan.
I would just like to defend myself and say it is a pretty obtuse statement from Future to make when he says that he But
Don't cry, Alan.
he says he put my dad in a spliff.
Oh,
Alan's
And that-
dad is dead for reference.
And then he
Alan's
packs my
dad is
up.
dead.
And he says that he packs
Yeah,
my
and,
dad
and,
up.
and I sprinkled him in I sprinkled him in a backwood and I smoked his dumbass.
Do you see this? Do you see this? This is why this is the same person that says he was glad Saddam Hussein was alive. And
What the
Whoa, whoa!
Okay, now, Alan, I don't remember that
see,
one.
now he's
I don't
Okay,
remember
now,
that
miss,
one.
now he's lying. I don't know what.
Now he's just lying.
he says he's grateful my dad's dead. And this is the
No.
kind of person here that is trying to play both sides of the card.
Okay. Miguel.
I'd just like to take this time in front of everybody to apologize to Future on bringing up his father. Not only losing your father in life, it sucks, but when he goes to prison, it's pretty traumatic.
Okay.
And also with the heinous crime
That he committed.
Okay. That is, even if you think it might be said in a joking manner, regardless, that is all true. And it is a kind gesture to have apologized for it and
Yeah.
at least recognized it. Now, again, Future, I know you said it doesn't bother you and you find it ridiculous that it's being talked about, but believe me, it does fuck you up on a deeper level. And
it's
making
traumatic,
jokes
and I
about it,
understand it.
making
I'm sorry,
jokes about
Future.
it sometimes does help, but sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes it just becomes annoying. And sometimes it becomes something that bothers you that you don't even realize bothers you. Like you wouldn't be able to put your finger on it. You're just going to get riled up for what you think is no reason. So as long as if it does actually bother you and you would want those jokes to stop, you just have to say it. And I think everybody would respect your request.
Look, ma'am, I don't know if I'm gonna be the first one to say it, but I'm gonna say it. These guys are fucking with you, okay? I don't have a dad. I don't know what the fuck they're talking
Everybody
about.
has a dad.
They're just making up some dumb shit, okay?
Again,
I don't have a
that
dad.
he's at.
I'm gonna be the one to break the fucking news. They're just laughing about some dumb shit that's not true.
He was
Okay.
a test tube baby.
Anyways, I think we can skip over this. I think we addressed it pretty well. And like I said, you know, I thought it was funny to laugh at him about it, but given the severity of what happened to his dad, I think it's best to just move on.
Okay. The reason that you guys came in today is because of these communication issues. And I feel like, in general, there were a few times that you guys talked over each other and it got heated and everything. But I think this process of talking through things and raising your hand to speak next and knowing that, okay, I'm the next person that gets to speak, even if it's to rebut something the other person says, it helps to at least have it be less of a rowdy argument and more of a conversation. So while it might be a little bit difficult to put into practice, do you think you'd be able to at least try to have these kind of conversations in the future where you're able to, I know raising your hand seems a little silly, but it does help kind of minimize the noise, have only one person talking at a time. Everybody has the opportunity to speak if they want to speak. Do you think that would be helpful as a group to have conversations in that manner? Kind of like a talking stick situation.
Yes, I agree.
You can find your own talking stick. I don't know, like a prized I was going to say weapon, but I don't think you should have any sort of weapons on you during heated conversations, just my opinion. Something that you can at least pass to each other and have the opportunity to speak and have the opportunity to disagree, knowing that you have an opportunity to rebut. If you both can admit that sometimes during an argument, you realize this is not going to go anywhere, we're not going to find a resolution, might as well just stop it. If you guys were able to, I don't know, I hate to say it, but have like a safe word to say, like, okay, we're done. We're not going to keep arguing. This is pointless.
Mm.
It might help to just pause. Doesn't mean you don't have to talk about it ever again. It just means it's not going to get anywhere. It's going to make you guys more angry. It's going to cause the rest of the group to get into an argument, cause the rest of the group to go into a frenzy. It's just not worth it. You both can recognize that. Pause. Do you think you'd be able to at least try that next time this happens?
Yeah.
Yes, I think I could. I'd like for my safe word to be pineapple.
Pineapple. Okay.
Miguel, what about your safe word?
I feel like there should only be one safe word because people are not going to remember individual safe words.
Yeah, I can
Bank
agree.
truck.
I can agree on bank truck is my safe word.
Yeah, we should probably do bank truck.
Okay. As long as you can agree on a safe word. If you can't,
We're going to argue
fall
about
back
what the
on
safe
the
word is.
safe word of just saying pause. Try that. When you have the argument, it's not going anywhere. You know it's just going to make things worse. Pause, and the rule is walk in separate directions and just stop it. Go find something to do, find someone to rob, I don't know. Like, just take a moment and get back to the normal grind of things.
Did you say find someone to rob?
No,
Yes, she did. Yeah.
No, of
Ma'am,
course
are
not.
you in a gang?
No, I'm not.
I think
Unless you
we-
consider the medical gang a gang.
I think that's good advice. I'm gonna be honest.
I agree.
Well, I'm not going to be able to tell you not to because you're going to do it anyway. Point is, you can agree to pause. You can agree to try the talking stick method. I think both of those are good things to try first. And obviously, finding somebody to be a mediator is a great option. But when nobody's available, those two methods are at least going to help calm the situation down. And that way you're not constantly having this conflict. Does everybody feel like that's a good plan?
That's,
Yes.
that's a great
I
idea,
agree.
miss. That's a great idea.
So whenever we're arguing and we're not making any headway, we say pause. Let's go rob someone.
Let's go rob the manor.
Yeah.
Type trip. Type trip.
12.
I use that as an example to say you're able to do something together that you're probably going to enjoy, and I'm assuming, robbing someone wouldn't be the least enjoyable thing you guys would do.
Yeah, does she stream? Does anyone know if
Not
she streams?
encouraging crime. I'm just saying do
Of course not,
something
of course not,
that's for fun.
Of course not. Of course not.
Uh-huh.
If she streams, please
But yeah,
go
say
show her
pause
some love.
and
She did great.
move on.
Next argument I'm in.
She's not live?
If I feel like I can't have a productive conversation with somebody, I'm gonna say bank truck and then go rob somebody.
Yeah.
Okay. Just don't hurt them.
No.
Of course not. Of course not.
Mm-hmm.
I feel better already.
And again, remember, it doesn't mean that you can never bring it up again if you feel like you need to resolve that situation. It's just in that moment, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So you can at least know the conversation's not over, it's paused. You can press play at another time.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope this was helpful.
It was.
More
it was,
than you can imagine.
There's a
I feel
big
like you
weight
guys
lifted
made a
off
lot
my
of
shoulder.
progress.
Yeah, 100%.
This was great, miss. This was really good.
This is great.
What you think,
I appreciate
OP?
this, Jasmine.
Yeah, what about Vidal? I want to know what Vidal thinks.
Like, I've had enough of this shit, my boy.
I'd like to just apologize for him. Miss, you did a great job.
We don't claim him.
We don't even like
claim
him.
I honestly
We don't even
hope he
like
dies
him.
in a
Oh,
hole
she
and he never comes
did
back.
great, bro. She did great. I just heard bitching and moaning for fucking 2 hours.
I would like to say, ma'am, I hope he dies in a hole and then never
2
seen him again.
hours.
Okay,
2 hours
okay,
of
boys, listen,
fucking
pause,
bitching,
Pause,
moaning,
pause.
pause.
Bank
pause.
truck, bank
Bank
truck,
truck.
bank truck.
Let's go rob someone.
All right.
All right. If
I
you
appreciate
guys-
you,
Great
Miss
session,
Jasmine.
great
Thank you so
session.
much.
Yeah,
Thank you
guys
so
need
much.
Thank you
any
so much.
help
This
in the
was
future
eye-opening.
Or anything.
We probably
just,
will,
yeah.
very likely.
Okay.
How do you
Miss,
guys
if
feel
you would
about
like
that?
to,
Hey, miss,
Is that good?
just grab. You can just grab that. Thank you, miss. I really
Hey,
appreciate this,
truck.
gentlemen. Thank you
okay,
so
alright.
much.
Well, you have a great day, miss. All right.
Thank you.
We might
guys
call you
too.
again soon. All right. Thank you so
There's-
much.
Okay.
There's a lot there, so I don't know if you can.
Oh.
Yeah, we
Poor
got more
lady
trauma.
spent
She got
years
paid,
of
she got
studying
paid.
to try to help these useless fucks.
Oh my good lord. Okay.